Jocelyn Bumgarner is coming up to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So Jocelyn, if you'll come forward, and please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any changes or revisions to the regular or consent agendas? No changes or revisions? I move to approve the regular and consent agendas.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed? Motion carries. Introductions of newly hired staff. Mrs. Carter.
I would like to introduce Kevin Rounds. He's here with his wife Katie and his family. So Kevin comes to us most recently from Monrovia. He's been in education for 12 years. He also, before that, was in the United States Air National Guard and also in the Air Force. So thank you for your service. We appreciate that. People said so many amazing things about Kevin. I want to read one of them from someone who just spoke so highly of him. He said, Kevin is one of the most loyal and supportive people I've ever encountered. Kevin's leadership is contagious. He develops leaders both in the classroom and on the playing surface. He inspires kids to exceed expectations, and in doing so, they followed their leader in a very humble and gracious way, just like Kevin. With Kevin, it's not about him, but rather the program and our student athletes. Kevin's knowledge, commitment, and dedications to students is unmatched. Kevin is a student-centered person, and you see that in the way he counsels, guides, and motivates kids. So, thank you, Kevin. I'm glad you're here, and welcome.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
Mr. Gowan.
Ren, come on up, Ren. This is Ren Ames. She is our kindergarten student of the month for February. Mrs. Miner, her teacher, is back here, and she nominated her as our student of the month. And what she said was that Ren is a very caring and responsible kindergarten student. She works hard and has a smiling, bubbly personality. You can tell, can't you? She's been especially helpful this year with classmates who need extra attention and assistance. She shares her role as a line leader kindly and willingly. She has also been extra helpful with new students who join our classroom. Her kindness does not go unnoticed. It is a joy to have Ren in class. I love her energy and the enthusiasm she brings to school each day. This is Ren.
Ms. Jessica. It's my pleasure to represent Fillmore tonight. Mrs. Ames, who this wonderful young lady is in her class, and Mrs. Steffi could not be here, so let me talk to you about Ms. Jessa Wood. Fillmore Elementary would like to present Jessa Wood as our representative for Student of the Month. Jessa exemplifies what it means to be caring, kind, and compassionate. She is always looking for ways to help her classmates and teachers. She works hard. She has made tremendous academic gains this year through a lot of hard work and determination. Jessa always has a smile on her face and an attitude that warrants emulation. We are both proud and very lucky to have Jessa Wood as a student at Fillmore Elementary. Okay, that was from Mrs. Ames, her teacher. Good job there, lady. Here you go. This is for you.
So we have a theme working with our middle school and high school students of the month. They are both thumb gardeners, and they were both nominated by Mr. Arrett. So we will start with Jocelyn. It says that Jocelyn may be the hardest worker in the class. It's great to see her work through assignments. During class, she never gets off task and is always working. Jocelyn will also go back and make corrections on assignments to ensure that she understands the content and improves her grade. There have been many times that she's gone back through lab reports and made updates and improvements. Since the second grading period, Jocelyn is one of the most improved students. This just shows that great effort is paying off. So congratulations, Jocelyn. And now we have Mark Baumgartner. Mark. So Mark has always been hardworking in ICP. He always gets assignments completed and turned in. However, this semester he has really raised the bar even higher. Mark has been a leader at his table. He is not only getting his work completed, but he's also helping others around him with their assignments. Mark has also led the way in coming in during homeroom to get projects and assignments completed. He has not only been coming in, but he encourages those at his table to come in for additional time as well. It's been great to see Mark take this leadership role in class. And Mark, you were actually nominated by a second teacher too, Mrs. Carranza, right?
Yeah.
She said that Mark is always positive and happy. He comes in class smiling and always says good morning. It's so pleasant to have him in class. So congratulations, Mark.
And for those of you who would like to get home and get some sleep or supper, you may leave at this time. Thank you all for coming. All right, Dr. Smith, financial update, please.
Yeah, I have a brief update tonight. Our cash flows and our fund reports and our debt structures, as you have in your packets, all remain strong, which allows us to continue to do great things here at South Putnam. It is a privilege to serve as a financial officer here, as well as a superintendent. Additionally, we will have an updated analysis coming from our financial advisors and our bond counsel later this month on the 22nd, which is a public work session, which will go into a lot more detail then.
Legislative update.
So this is the session period of time here. January 9th is the start of the first regular session of the 123rd General Assembly. It's a budget session, also known as the long session. And throughout this ISBA, and you guys have probably already seen a lot of the emails, you'll be getting the emails where they're monitoring all the bills that are going through and asking for us to respond, chime in, call our representatives and those sorts of things. That session ends August 29th. During that session, ISBA has State House Day, and Lisa and I will be going to that State House Day on February 21st. There'll be a legislative briefing, they're going to have a luncheon and those sorts of things, and we'll be meeting with our representatives from our region. I've actually requested to go to the State House and get to see, spend some time with our legislators, but if they're able to come and meet with us for lunch, then we're going to abandon that. But they talked to their intern, I guess is who it was, that said they would dedicate some time if we want to talk to them. So that's a good thing. One of the hot topics this session, and I think it's been brought up in the past, they're talking about school board elections being partisan. So there are some talking points in the ISBA literature that you get. So that's just, in a nutshell, there's a lot going on. We won't really know a lot until, committees start meeting and that sort of thing. So we'll have more updates on that later.
All right, consideration of cancellation of outstanding checks.
Yep. Around this time every year, we come to you to seek approval for the cancellation of checks that are older than 2 years and still outstanding. It's just a normal operating procedure just to ensure that our records stay current and we clear out those old checks. So we're just seeking the approval of those tonight.
I move to approve the clearing of the old checks.
Second.
Joe made a motion, Wade seconded. Any discussion? Nope. All right.
They were pretty old checks on them, and looking at the dates and things, I think it's a wise move.
Yeah. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Consideration of safe visitors kiosk system.
Yeah, our second item of business tonight, is detailed in your board packets, and as part of the comprehensive school security and safety initiative that I've talked about several times so far. We're seeking approval of the safe visitor kiosk system for each of our school buildings. The self-service kiosk will provide an added level of screening for all of our visitors to our schools. We'll use the secured school safety grant to pay for the kiosk and the associated expenses with those. And these devices are already in schools all throughout the country and all throughout the state as well, and have an efficient user interface and experience for our school visitors. So we're just seeking approval of that tonight to get those ordered and into our schools.
What's the turnaround time?
We should have them within a month. So we'll get them in about a month, and then there'll be some training, and then then we'll get them all operating. And hopefully by the end of the year, we'll start that process of training our visitors as well through that process.
Will you be planning on doing the standing kiosk in all of the buildings versus the wall mounts that they have and the scanners?
Yeah, we're going to be doing the standing kiosk systems in each of those of our foyer systems. So it allows us flexibility if we do happen to move things around, that we can maneuver those. Where we had the wall mount as kind of a permanent setting, so this will allow us some flexibility in each of our foyer areas.
I move to approve the safe visitor kiosk system.
I'll second.
Holly made a motion to approve the safe visitor kiosk system. Joe made the second. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Other business. Superintendent's report.
Yep. Real short and sweet superintendent's report tonight. Just a reminder to the board that we do have a weather makeup day on Monday, February 20th, on President's Day, for the good old-fashioned snow day that we had last week. So that will be coming up. Second thing in my report here is that we have a public works session. I alluded to it earlier in the meeting. We do have a public work session on February 22nd at Central Elementary. It'll be in the cafeteria this time. We will be receiving information from Stiefel Municipal Advisors and Ice Miller, which is our bond counsel, regarding our upcoming 2023 bond issue. And last item here is the current bond issue, the Project 2021, continues to positively track toward completion. We're getting closer, inching that forward every day. Our science rooms are coming online really quickly. Very excited for that, and along with the locker rooms and the restrooms, most are pretty much online already. Several of these items are coming to finalization here as temperatures increase as well, where we have a roof project that will be starting here near spring break over the new science areas and the locker rooms as well. So just want to keep you up to date on that the current projects are trajecting quite well, and looking to have those wrapped up here by the end of the school year. That's all I have for you tonight.
All right. If there is no objection, we will adjourn. There being no objection, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.